so much for coming here to talk to us about your experience of being a mentor and having a mentor. Can we talk a little bit about communication? Because me mentioned that the body language, your body language really really contributed to the communication. So do either one of you want to talk about how you communicated, especially at first? Me does fine now with English, but
we have a joke because people will go to any, like at the bank for the mortgage or like a very like formal kind of place, or to buy a car and citizenship. So the official person would say to me, ask the question, as if I knew how to speak Burmese, and then I would turn and say it, and then we would say, and then I thought, I don't have any understanding of the language at all. But there's something about the way that we can connect, that we can explain it. And it's like I'm translating. And now even with Bob, with my husband now, he'll look to me and I'll tell him what's going on. So it's a very odd thing, isn't it?
Yeah. I can't believe it. I think sometimes Paul's husband, he can understand about my talk and accent. So what's it, Brooke? Tell me, explain to me. So Paul explained to English. To husband. It's so funny, yeah.
It is. It's very funny. But so we never really had trouble.
No trouble, yeah. When I talk to her, she understands it. But Brooke explained to me, I understand it. Because simple word, right?
Yes, yeah. And I think we found the only thing that's tricky, I think we found in the beginning, and even now still, is the phone. The phone conversation. Emails are easier. Texts are easier.
Phone is a little different.
Face to face.
Face to face easier, right? Phone is a little hard, so, and because some people talk fast, I can grab it. But I'm okay with the pride with the Brooks. So when I'm outside, easy, right?
And me and Cha, I think in the beginning also, and still now, came up with like a question. So when I would come in and we would plan to meet, we would do whatever we were going to do, and then Mimi would say, I have a question, or Cha, I have a question. And so it would be one like clear thing that they wanted to find out or learn. Mm-hmm. Do you think that's true?
Yeah, because she's not only helping, she teaching to me how to do that, the way. She gave me the way, how to sew, how to be, there's a good manner, not only helping, just giving the way. What sometimes you have to be sent another program how to solve it. She gave me the way and how to talk to me, communicate, everything she teach me. But I think about it, I feel it. But she talked to me simply, but I learned from everything from her.
But I don't know everything. So my daughter and I laugh because I always said, little does Mimi know, she's asking me advice on big things, and I'm thinking, I have no idea. Like, I'm a fourth grade teacher, right? So we always joke that, I'm an expert, but I have, it's that privilege that you don't realize that you have when you grow up in a place, you understand the language, you know how to read and call and be assertive and find things out. That is tremendous. And, people take that for granted. But when you're new to a place and you don't have that ability, it's very limiting.
I think that's a very good point, and I'm so glad that you made it. I think it's a really important point. The other thing that I'm hearing both of you say is, and I'm thinking, a mentorship is a two-way street too. By two-way street, I mean you had ideas like the library that me might not have necessarily thought of or known of at first. Learning about the holidays, which is part of American culture. But then you're saying that when you came, me and her husband also had things that they felt that they needed in ways that they felt that you could help.
Yes, absolutely. Things I didn't know, or I wouldn't have thought of.
Yeah, I thinking about now, mentor is not easy. because different people, right? Different language, different kind of how to feel it, how to know it.
Right.
She don't know about me, right?
Right.
That's why she have been coming helping, but that's really hard to help the people, right? But we have to be together, understand and respect and love together. How frank, we have to be honestly. What do you need? What
Yes.
you want, and to the
Yes.
with communicate. That's a really important, right?
That is such a good point.
Yeah,
That you really have to communicate your needs too, and be honest about those. You know, you can't be shy about what your needs are. If you've been given this gift of a mentor and a friend,
Yeah.
then one thing that you can do to help that relationship is to be
Yeah.
perfectly honest with what you need
Right.
too.
That's very important. Yes.
And have that conversation maybe even before you're with your mentor. Like, what is it we should focus on? What do we really want? What would really help us the most? And then get that
Right.
that thought organized so you
Yeah.
can say to your mentor, please help me with, getting enrolled in this class or making a resume or
Yeah, I was
you know.
going to ask you what some of the things were, because we've talked about some of the things that you have, contributed American holidays and things. So things like yes, April, obviously your daughter,
Yes.
you wanted getting her into preschool and
Oh
getting
yeah.
and finding schools where she could benefit
Yeah.
the most. I know that has been important to you, and
Yeah.
things like resumes. So what are some things that you would think that you and your husband would go to Brooke with and say, can you help
Yeah.
us?
Oh yeah. No, April. I looking backward and nowadays she easy to all the education or the neighbor every lifestyle in U.S. because of Brooke, because she gave me the help in the sharing good things and idea. So April had not too hard in school and learning. She can try. She already know it because she she's a 4 year, right?
Yeah.
4, 5, 6. So her life is a good school and the teacher and friend how to do that.
So we'd go out to like theater of youth, the pumpkin farm, right?
And museum and botanical garden, plant,
Botanical garden. That's right. So
everywhere.
yeah.
So she already outside with the Brooke. Honestly, we can't do that with the Brooke. It's really hard because many a time we can do that, right? So
Sure.
Brooke, everything taken out, giving the time, everything together. So she already know it. So she also ready, right? So in the Grand Island, she already knows, so she can easy to flow the school wherever, right?
Right.
So that's why I thinking about bad work nowadays. Oh, that's great, right?
She lives she could live in both worlds.
Yeah, that's great.
But
That's
the biggest thing, the project that we worked at, well, there are two big ones that I remember. One was citizenship,
yes.
and
One
the
was
second one's the house.
The house. Oh my God, it's so big.
Hard.
It's a lot of work. So now that one is a go to hospital, Ibrahim.
Yes.
There's also big one.
But
Challenging.
You had so much help there.
Oh yeah.
So many people
Yeah.
to support you there.
First, when I go to clinic, text, and Ibrahim said blood test. So I send a message to call the Brooke. That's it. I explain about it, right?
Mhm.
My problem. So Brooke, okay. So tomorrow she coming right away. So introduce with the doctor or my teamwork with the community visit. I explain to her we all work together. So there is easy way, smooth everything, good teamwork, right?
Remember the disability. We were sure like taking family leave.
Yes.
Remember from
For
your
the
job?
school
Yeah.
and
We
the
couldn't
job.
get any straight answers.
She always make for me because I
Yeah.
stay with the Ibrahim. So she
Right.
standing in the school, walking, and the phone, and the call everything.
Yeah, just to give this a little bit of context, we know that your daughter April has had some medical issues that needed a lot of care.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, and I'm sure Brooke has told you, that Americans born here working with the healthcare system is not easy for
No.
anybody, not for
Oh,
anybody.
everyone.
And I just really cannot imagine what it would be like navigating the healthcare system. You know, and you're also worried about the medical needs of your daughter, so
Yeah.
I can understand that having Brooke to help you with that would
Yeah.
have been just really very important.
Citizenship.
Citizenship, that was a lot of paperwork. Yeah,
That is a lot of paperwork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you did, I mean, they're very, very organized. Me and Shaw, they have a folder for everything, all their paperwork. I mean, that's gotta be so important, right? To make sure you keep all your documents, all your
Oh, yeah.
paperwork, all the passwords.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Password,
everything
email,
is
account also right now. Because sometimes they have all expire, right? All the time. So Brooke teach me how to do that, and then
When
interview.
passwords, you mean when passwords expire and you have
Yeah, and
to
then come in
reset
the
them?
back, and the interview time. She come, hey, when I did, yeah, I passed.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is such a wonderful feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And getting the passports and
Passport set.
after
yeah.
you became a citizen, then getting the passports. Yeah, so it was like,
Step
but
by step, step
you
by step.
always have the like where you're going, a plan.